Good morning. Welcome to a brisk, a cold, it must be 60 degrees here in Orlando, Florida. Brought out the jeans from my high school days, got my sweater on today. Want to show you one of our next trucks coming out. This one's going to head out to Texas. Derek's going to be flying in a few days to pick it up, drive it back, and make a bunch of money with it. That's what we hope to see. Going to show you this side first. All of our sprayers, they're going to have your poly welded tanks on here. We're about 95% done with this one. Got a few finishing touches, but kind of want to give you an idea of what we're building here. On your driver's side, sorry, I got distracted by the forklift. On your passenger side, because you don't want to be in the road while you're spraying, you're going to have dual pump engines and dual reels. Going to be your Udor Kappa 55 with your Honda GX160 electric start. These are 15 gallon per minute pump. When you have it on a 5.5 horse, you get about 350 for your max pressure. Majority of your lawn applications won't matter. You'll be in that 100, 200 pound range, low flow, low pressure anyway. But you do have that extra flow to mix up the tanks, which is very important. So you got the same one. You got a Kappa 55, Honda 160 key start. You can have the pull cord or key start on here. These are both 22-inch electric King's reels with 400 foot 3/8 ID. And you have your Let's Go green gun with your yellow 2 gallon per minute tip. We have our reusable fittings here. No clamps on your discharge hose to cut the hose or cut your hands. Foster quick disconnects to your gun. Sometimes we put a ball valve here. On this system, we put the ball valve before the inlet swivel on the hose reel. So if you can see back there, your swivel is going to be at that point. So if you need to shut off the flow from getting to your hose, just reach back here. You can close that flow. Doesn't go through your 400 foot. When you want to spray again, open it back up. So different ways to do that. We can put it here, we can put it on the gun, up to the customer in that respect. So you got your 2 tanks, your 2 reels, hose. Coming underneath, you can have your filters. They're going to control tank 2, tank 3. And when you look up here, you also have tank 2, tank 3. So you know which one you're working with. You'll have a ball valve right here. You can shut off the flow, pull off your bowl, clean out your gasket. Make sure your gasket's still in there, the screen's clean, not having any issues pulling in air, and you're not able to spray properly. On this one too, it's hard to see from here, so I actually forgot to tell you, but it's 800 gallons total, 3 tanks. So you have a 600 main tank and 100 and 100. I'll show you when we get up there, give you a better idea of what I'm mentioning, but here's your pump engine. So you got your 2 pump engines, 2 reels, you're gonna control your 200 gallon tanks. As we come around the back here, you have one of your storage bays. This customer has some Typhoon Flow Zone backpacks. So we don't sell them, but it's what the customer uses. And he asked us to make some custom backpack racks. He's more of a 1-2 man at a time truck. So when he has his backpacks in here, he doesn't want to mess with them, right? So he said, can you make me a bracket where I can just walk up, back up, and put my backpack on? So he said, hey, let's come up with something. So here's your bracket. You can see one doesn't have the backpack in it. So the backpack sits here, and this right here holds it in place. So whenever you want to use the backpack, it's going to move this out of the way. You can say I'm at Mrs. Smith's house. I'm going to get my backpack out. You can just simply back up. I'm not a professional. Put your backpack, take it off, get out and go spraying. You know, that way you're not having to pull it out, pull off a clip. You can just back up right, go out and get spraying. So that's one customization we made on this backpack holder. You can probably put it up another way. Like I said, I'm not using backpacks all the time, so I'm gonna put this back up on its tray. Put the lip back on, hold it in place, put my backpack in. But this way you just back up, put it on, you're good to go. Let's see here. On this side, you're also gonna see your drains. So your tank 1's your 600 gallon. So you notice tank 1, tank 2, tank 3. So tank 1 is just water. That's your main 600 gallon drain. And here's your tank 1 fill. So you got your fill and your drain for your 600 gallon. And I'll show you how the water moves from the 600 to your 2 100 gallon tanks when we get up top. So you got your fill, you got your drain for your 600. Your tank 2 and tank 3 are for your 100 gallon tanks. You got the same pump engine, same reel, same gun. You can have different chemicals. You can apply with either one. As we come around the back, you're going to see more drains. And you'll also notice that everything is labeled. So you have a tank 2 drain, tank 3 drain. Over there, you know your tank 2 pump, your tank 2 hose. So if you have new operators, new applicators, they can look right at it and know what they're doing. So these drains can be used for different things. This customer in particular, he's gonna fill a ride-on sprayer with his tank 3. So you can take this cap off, cam lever cap. He's gonna take it off. We're gonna give him a cam lever female with hose and a VN100 banjo dispensing nozzle so he can fill his ride-on or backpacks from his 100-gallon tank after it's mixed. I'm gonna put this back on so it doesn't leak. These are banjo cams, held in place, it's not gonna leak. As we come around the back, you're gonna see the aluminum dress with the aluminum top. Everything's aircraft grade aluminum. This is your bleacher board. A little bit dirty, we're gonna clean this up. But that's your bleacher board. It does clean nice as opposed to a diamond plate. Get chemical on there, can eat through it, just a lower grade aluminum. So everything you see on here is aircraft grade aluminum. Then you have your steel DOT bumper underneath, your 3-inch with your triple post, so you can make a removable rack for his ride-on sprayer. You got your standard backup camera and your handle up here, so when you get up, you don't fall down. Not in great shape, but I'll try to get up here. If you want to come up on top with me, just gonna grab the handle. But nice grip, nice handle. You're not gonna slip around from those oil-based chemicals. Now we're up top to where you get to your 3 tanks. Right. All right, so here we are up top. We got your 2 pump engines, 2 reels that are controlling 2 tanks, your 100, then is your 600-gallon main water tank here. So it's a 600, 100, 100. You have dual pump engines, dual reels. Those dual pump engines and dual reels, they each control one of your 100-gallon tanks. Your 600-gallon tank is strictly a water tank. That's where you're gonna hold your water, then you're gonna move it into each 100-gallon. You can mix on site, mix for the day, but it's gonna allow you to keep a lot of water so throughout the day, you don't have to go back to your shop, you don't have to fill up again. It's gonna make you more efficient, you're gonna make more money that way. So you got your 600 main, and the camera's gonna come over here and show you, but the way you get the water out of there is you have a 30-gallon per minute bilge pump at the bottom. It's coming up through your 2-inch PVC and then coming to both your tanks. You can fill this tank or that tank with your ball valve manifold, right? So right now this is an open position. If you want to fill this 100-gallon tank, you can take your lid off, you can fill this tank. Say you don't want to fill that tank. I'm just going to close this. Let me put this lid back on. So you're taking water from 600, it's coming in saying, nope, I'm not coming to this tank. I'm going to come over here, this one's closed too. Now I'm going to open it up. You can put your fill into this 100-gallon tank. And this one's a little bit lower. If you notice, this one's higher and this one's lower. So we made this swivel. So you want to fill this 100-gallon tank, swivel that up, open your valve, bam. Well, I closed it, open it back up. When the handle's parallel, it's open, perpendicular closed, but you can take the water from the 600, put in either 100-gallon tank through your bilge pump. Here's your switch too, nice junction box. When you want to fill it up, flip it up, engages the pump, goes through the lines into whichever tank you want. So your 600-gallon main tank, your dual 100-gallon tanks, you're taking water from here into here. This is where you're mixing for your applications for spraying. Gives you the ability to fill up for a whole day. You go to someone's house, you can mix on site. Efficiency, quality, that's what we're looking for. We want you to put this truck out there, make more money, and buy a new one. So we had driver's side, we went up top, very dangerous, to show you the tanks, the bilge pump. We're gonna come around to your driver's side. This side's gonna be all storage on this truck. Lift up your roll-up doors. Forgot to mention the roll-up doors. These are Dover brand, same as a fire truck, ambulance. So you're gonna pull up and down, put them in place, so you can lock it in place, then you can actually lock it and close it for the night. It's gonna be kind of your rolling warehouse, so you can put things in, not worry about somebody coming, flipping up and taking it. If you have any of those flip-up doors, as you know, sometimes they'll just flip up while you're driving. You know, it might be thinner. It's not gonna be something you're gonna hit off when you have a roll-up, so we like them, not for everybody, but it is a little bit different than some of the fiberglass you see out there. But pop it up. So what we have here in a custom aluminum shelf. So we put the shelf in, and then we add this brace here. So if you have any 2.5 gallon, any jugs that are going up top, instead of falling off, they're going to be held in by this bar. Down low, full open space, you can put your fertilizer bags, whatever you need to store. Over here again, more space, fertilizer bags, more chemical storage, whatever you might need. Each bay, each shelf, it's all been different. We're going to custom make it exactly to your application and what you need it for. You'll notice this big square on the side. This is a 20-gallon water tank, just fresh water. And down here you got your hand wash. So there's a bracket with a ball valve and an elbow. When you want to clean your hands, just open the valve, wash your hands, close it back up. So your driver's side is basically all storage and hand wash. Passenger side are where your pump engines, your reels are. You know, up top are where your tanks are, and that's where you're going to do your filling and mixing. So everything on here is specified for exactly your application. So it's going out to Texas. He's going to do mainly landscaping. So he's got his 600 main tank. He's got his dual 100-gallon tanks to spray out of. He's got his dual 15-gallon per minute pumps. Great flow for agitation. Can do any application he's looking for. We're going to set up exactly what you need to do. We want to make an efficient, safe product that you can use for years to come. Thank you for joining us today to see our next new lawn truck. I just want to let you know we have plenty more. This one's sold, but one of these trucks could be yours. If you're looking for a custom truck, a skid, whatever you might need, please call us, 800-228-0905. You can email us at sales@sprayerdepot.com, sprayerdepot.com, lawntruckdepot.com. Call us, find us on social media. However you want to get a hold of us, please give us a shot. We'll build you something that can make your business grow.